Alright guys, welcome back. We got another Cerastes boss fight. This one with the Solace of Oblivion path. This node here is where all his special attacks are unblockable. So you really got to get a handle on that special one, evade. And what I did a good job of in this one was countering the evade. He'll go into like auto block and you can hit right into his block one time, or at least one time if you need to, or multiple times if you have the other two tasks down. So again, the far right below Cerastes is the striker. The middle one is hitting into block, and the one on the left is for knockdowns. So I did start with Gamora. I've really been enjoying Gamora from like the 7-star challenge on this account. So here we get all three. Or I have one more striker to get down, and we're gonna go for it here. Try and get the last striker. The problem is that I end up pushing to special 2 because I'm a little too impatient. We get through phase 1. You have to do. We get the intercept to get into phase 2 now. But I get clipped by a special 2 and I'm pretty much dead at this point. If you push to special 2 with this node and the unblockable specials, you're pretty much done. So here again, I'm doing a better job. You can see right after that, trying to dodge the special 1, I can attack in to hit the block. Here I'm going to go striker, then I'm going to go heavy attack to knock down, evade the special again, and then hit into the block and do the same thing again. Where there I accidentally hit into the block, which increases it a little bit. We don't want that. So again, we go for striker. Now I can go for, I'm going to go for hitting into the block here after that. Now I'm going to knock him down. Now both are down, so I can just get him to turtle up, hit it. Oh, but of course I get clapped in the face, and I go for another, really I just want to hit into the block here. There we go. We get him damaged one more time, but I'm limited on health, so not a solo here, but we are going to have an amazing run after, we'll take as much damage as we can here with Gamora, and then we're going to have an amazing run with Angela for the rest of the fight, which is really, really, really nice. So again, I'm going into a similar thing, evade the special, hit into the block. And then here I'd rather even it out, and I go for the striker, go for the heavy attack, and now again, when he goes for the special 1, get the evade, and then I can go and hit into the block one more time. So now, and again, go for a little counter from his heavy, striker, knockdown, and then again, bait the special, hit into the block. And that's been like the cycle that I've been doing there. I should not have hit into the block a second time. Sometimes your instincts take over, but there we go. Knock him down. Now all I got to do is hit into the block, but I get clapped. So I was really feeling the rotation there. So now we got Angela in. Any buff champions are going to be pretty helpful here against Cerastes anyway. But here we're going to go ahead. We go for a knockdown after the special 1, hit into the block. Again, in phase 2, you can still parry. So again, going to go for the knockdown here. Same thing, staying with special 1s. That's what I got to focus on. There, I missed my counter, but that's okay. Here at this point, I'm just going to go for the striker into the knockdown. Then even though I'm at like 210 charges for the block, I can just go here. Now I can just start hitting in. Boom. And then where he's damaged, get as much damage in as I can. And I just repeat this over and over until we get to the third phase. The third phase is pretty much the same as this one, except that it's a shorter, like you have a really short period, and if you hit into the see there, I accidentally hit into the block a few times to push it to 300, which you never want to do. If I push him into, now if I hit into the block, I'm going to get clapped. So I have to wait for that 300 timer to not go pink anymore. Now it's back to normal, so now I can hit into the block. But I only want to do one time. Anytime you ever hit into it, except for if it's right here at 300, I can evade, and then I can go ahead, hit into the block a few times when it's the only one left. That's the only time where you want to go multiple of the same task in a row. So if you can knock down the striker and the knockdown armors down, then you can armor break him just by hitting into the block. And so this works out really well. And then in the third phase, it's just, and again, there I accidentally screwed up one more time, which means I have to wait out that block again. So we're just going to go for strikers and knockdowns. But then again, the third phase, if you hit into it once, you're going to shoot him up to the 300. And if you hit twice in a row, you're going to get clapped pretty bad. So here we're actually doing a great job there, an accidental double tap on the block again. But for the most part, it went extremely well. And once you get through the third phase, you can't parry. So you really have to be on your game in terms of intercepting his specials, or again hitting into his or baiting his heavies. So there, I had an opportunity there, but I played it smart. Instead of going too crazy, we'll just go back into the same rotation again. Striker, knockdown, bait special 1, block, hit into his block. So, and then in the final phase, of course, like in between phases, you got to intercept. In that final phase, you just wait it out and then hit into the block. So I'm going to let the rest of this fight play out, but this was my best run so far. Well, I think I've got one more run on each account, so we'll see. Maybe I will pull off a solo, but for now, this is the best one that I've got, especially with the unblockable specials here. So once you can see, once you get a whole handle on those unblockable specials, it works pretty easily. So I hope you guys enjoyed another Cerastes breakdown, and hope you enjoy the rest of the fight. See you in the next one, guys. Bye-bye.